My name's Andrew Strauss, and I teach corporate law classes here at Widener as well as international law classes. And international law is really the area that I do my own research in and writing in. And it's really been the field that has been my passion for the last 20 years that I've been here at Widener. To me, teaching international law is a little bit like teaching a religion. Those of us who started in international law, certainly when I did in the 1980s, really saw it as something very, very aspirational. At that point, globalization hadn't really taken place in the way that it has now, and the international system was not nearly as legalized. It was still much more of a system, it still is to some extent, but it was much more of a system in those days of might makes right. And so those of us who have really been passionate about this field has really been seeing it as something aspirational, as something that we can create. So it's a little bit different than a lot of other kinds of courses that are taught where the fields are very developed. I always tell my students that when we begin the first day of international law that we're really the founding parents of a new system, just like, you know, our own founding fathers in the United States were the architects of this system over 200 years ago. Now, those of us who are lucky enough to be alive today and working in this field are really working piecemeal at creating what is an evolving legal system. And that's a very, very exciting time to be doing something like this. So I've been very, very excited to be doing that here at Widener. It's something that I always had an interest in from the time I was quite young. I love to travel. I love to see different cultures. And I had a kind of I guess an aspirational sense of the world that, you know, I always felt from the time I was a little kid. Can't we learn to live together? You know, I grew up on John Lennon's Imagine, and so that sort of sensibility, I think, is really what propelled me to international law. And when I got into law school myself and saw that I could actually put all this together and work on trying to help create a legal system beyond the nation state that actually worked, it was tremendously exciting to me. And I very much enjoy working with students on this, finding the students, or the students often find me, I should say, who are passionate about this field. And it's very, very exciting to be working with the new generation of students who during their lifetimes are really going to see major, major changes in the global system. It's really quite exciting.